Hello everyone, this is Sumit and this is the 7th video of pygame tutorial series, which is also the 3rd video of Join the Dots. And in this video we will see hover effect and click effect. So let's get started. First, as before, I'm gonna copy all the code from the last tutorial and let's say 7, and we have seen that. Now we are gonna make dots on the screen. So let's first I'm gonna define a dots array. So we will store every dots inside that as a 2D array, and in that 2D array we have coordinates. So let's say for I in range, number of dots, and here I'm gonna say +1. Why? I will tell you in a moment. Here we have to define the width or a distance between the 2 points. To do that, we will say width divided by number of dots plus 2. Why this is 2 is here? Because I don't want to show the first point on the 0 position, so that's why I'm adding some extra space besides the dots, first dot and the last dot. So I'm also do the same thing for the height or the vertical line width, whatever you want to say that. Now we have to make 2D array, hence I'm gonna run one more loop inside that loop. So let's say for j in range, number of dots +1, and here I will say temporary array to add all elements inside that, because we are making 2D array, and inside that temporary array I will append the coordinates. So first would be the width, or we can say horizontal line width, and I will multiply this with I, and vertical line width with j. But to avoid the above space for the scores and something else, we have to subtract 100 from the height, and also I'm gonna add to the vertical width that 100, and we can also say that line height or line width, and we have to add 100 on that. But one more thing is that we have to start the loop from the 1, because we don't want to show our first point on the edge of the screen. And at the end I will append the temporary array inside dots array. Now we have to show the points on the screen. To do that we have to run the for loop, and inside that I will take the arrays inside arrays one by one, and inside that array I will pick up the coordinates from there, and then I will show the dots on that coordinates. So let's draw the codes as a circle. So first thing we have to choose the display or screen where we want to show that, and then the color, and the position would be code with radius 5, and let's run it. And now you can see here, but there is one problem. We are not getting in the center. Why it is happening? Let's check. The problem is we have taken 2 extra points, and that's correct, but we have to specify just the number of bits, because inside just as 4 points we just have 3 gaps between them. So here I'm gonna show the hover effect, and that's why I'm taking the mouse position, and initially I'm taking a empty array. Why I'm saving every time the mouse position? Because we just can take the motion, position while mouse is in motion, but if the mouse is not moving, we can't take the position of the mouse. So I'm doing here to save the last motion position. And to show the hover effect we just need to run the for loop, and there is no need to subtract 1 and 2, because we didn't include it in our dots array for first and the last one. So we will take the codes and the next code, and here I'm just doing for the x direction. So I'm gonna copy the mouse position, and I will check if the position is between the two x values. Initially I'm just doing for the x values, then later we will do for the y value. So let's say if the mouse position, the x value is greater than the code of the first, or the less than the second of or second x value of the second next code, then I will draw the line between that points. So to draw the line, we just have to pass the coordinates and the next code. Since we are taking the next position, so we have to subtract 1, but there is no need to subtract from the y value. But let's say, oh, we are not getting that, so let's comment out that and we will check what's happening right over there. And it is vertical. I think there's a problem with in the beginning, so let's change it to j and I will tell you what's happening right over there, but let's do that and let's make the last line. To do that, we just need to remove the 1 from here, and there we go, it's working. So let's suppose we have 2D array of 2, 3, 3, 3, and so, and our inner loop is j and outer loop is I, that means I to j, where the I is responsible for rows and j is responsible for column. So with the inner loop, we are increasing the width, as you can see here, 2 to 3, I mean 2, 3 to 3, 3. So we have to multiply the j value with the width to increase and h value with the I. So I hope you have understood. Let's move forward. As you can see here, it's working properly. Now we have to set up the y value. So to do that, we just need to say mouse position, and the y value should not be greater than -30. We are taking here -20 as our gap, so we can't take the direct equal to sign here because it will not work. I have tried, and we have to take some gap, and I am taking here the 20 gap up and down, so we can show the hover effect. And as you can see here, it's working nicely. Now we have to save the click event, and then we will save that events, and the hover effect is looking so dark, so I'm removing 5, and that looks nice. So now let's come on the next. I will copy all this and I will paste over here. Here I will do the same thing as before, but I will check each click using event.pos, I mean position, that means position, and then we will save that position inside our array, that is line array, and I will append inside that as a 2D array, because I will just do I will just make a line using that coordinates. Hence I am appending the array of code and hr next code. So we have appended that, and now we have to make lines of that appended coordinates. So to do that, let's say code array in line array, and then we will draw the line between the code and the next code. So to do that, let's say pygame.draw.line, and screen, the color would be black, and we just gonna say first code, that would be on the first position, and the next code would be on the last position, I mean on the second position. So as you can see here, everything is working fine. So that's enough for this video. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.